afternoon. Can everyone hear me at the county jail? Excellent. I'm Judge Bell, and you are here for first appearance. The purpose of first appearance is so that you're informed of the charges against you. I will determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause means that it is more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you are the person that committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me this afternoon, I presume that you're innocent of these allegations, and that presumption of innocence will stay with you through every course of the proceedings, unless and until the Office of the State Attorney is able to prove the allegations against you beyond to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. I will set your conditions of pretrial release this afternoon, which is your bail or bond. In most cases, you have a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit under the warrant that led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised, lowered, or remain the same, and whether or not there will be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. I'll let you know when your next court date will be. If you would like the services of the Office of the Public Defender, I'll gladly appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. We'll advise you of when your next court date will be. You're advised that you have a right to have contact with folks on the outside. That includes family, friends, and counsel. Finally, and most importantly, you are advised that you have an absolute right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so, for there is an assistant state attorney here in the courtroom with me this afternoon, and if you tend to say something to incriminate yourself, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. Now may I please have each and every one of you raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. When you hear your name, may you please step forward to the podium. Renee Finnerty.
Judge, we possibly might be able to resolve this.
And Ms. Finnerty, may I please have your date of birth?
January 13th, 1968.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I have for you today a violation of probation, and that was a warrant that was signed by Judge Hitzman. Are you going to be representing yourself, hiring a private attorney, or would you like the services of the Office of the Public Defender?
I completed all the courses that they, so from what I understood, the probation officer was supposed to let the court know that my courses were completed, so I don't know if I need that.
We did not get her DUI school, substance abuse. She had 42 hours of community service. She's out of time, and the offer is 30 days.
Thank you. So, Ms. Finnerty, they do not have that information. If you would like, I can appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this matter. And that's something you did discuss with them or get them to prove and send it over to probation. But I can do that for you today.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Okay. Does that mean, am I going to be able to go home today?
No, ma'am. There's a no bond associated with this. So,
Judge, if I might have a moment. Ms. Finnerty, do you have somebody in your family that can bring all those things, the DUI school and the community service hour completion?
Yeah, everything was sent to my probation officer.
They're saying they didn't have it. You know,
Here.
if you can get that stuff to me, then we can, I'm sure we can help you. If not, I would let you.
I'm sorry.
If not, I would let you know that the recommendation is 30 days. If you get your game time, you do 25. You already have 10 days in, including the time down in Pinellas. So you'd be out in 15 days, or you can get that information to me.
I have it on my cell phone.
Well, ma'am, I don't have it. Unless I have it, I can't give it to probation.
Yeah, Randy told me he was going to be at the courthouse last week and present the information, and my family talked to him, and he was told them to tell me that he was going to share the information I sent him.
Ma'am, I have your entire file here, and we do not have any of those things. So if you have them, then as your attorney just said, you need to get them to us, but we did not receive them in time, and that's why the violation was processed.
I did
Ms.
everything. I was
Trinity,
supposed
we'll enter a denial and ask the judge to give you a court date, and that'll give you time to get that stuff to me.
Can I go
She's
home?
gonna get an arraignment date. No, ma'am. There's a no bond associated with this. I'm gonna keep that no bond.
I completed all these courses. I don't understand.
Ma'am, this is Mr. Bauer at the Public Defender's Office, your attorney. You get that information to me, and I'll make sure that you get out much quicker than your court date. But if not, then we'll see you on your court date. You gotta get that information to me or directly to probation.
They sent this stuff
So,
over.
there's a no bond. I'm gonna keep that no bond. I'm gonna give you your court date of April 3rd at 9 a.m. in courtroom B in front of Judge Hitzman.
How do I get the information if it's in my phone
You're gonna
and
have
my
to
mom?
discuss that with your attorney outside of here, ma'am. They'll come out to see you before your court date. All right, thank you, ma'am. Ms. Kitchen?
Yes,
Good afternoon, ma'am. May I please have your date of birth?
3/14/1979.
Thank you so much. I have several charges for you this afternoon. Driving under the influence, damage to property or person, leaving the scene of a crash involving damage to property, and driving while license canceled, suspended, or revoked. There's probable cause for those charges. You're going to represent yourself, hire a private attorney. Would you like the services of the Office of the Public Defender?
A public defender, please.
Yes, ma'am. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Your Honor, she has a 2019 driving while intoxicated in Michigan, if that's what MI is.
And Ms. Kitchen,
Yes,
I have an address for you on Waterside Drive in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
yes, Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Is that your, is that where you live?
Yes, I moved recently, so my ID still states that I live at my old house. My ex-husband lives there still, so I didn't know, I couldn't remember my address, so I just put down the Freeport Court address.
So where do you live now?
I live on Waterside in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Okay. And do you have any ties here to Hernando County? Do you have family here?
Yes, my mom became really ill, so I flew down here to take care of her. And she's in rehab right now. I had to take her to rehab.
Okay. And are you employed?
Yes,
Where do you work?
I work at Kohl's Department Store. I just completed 25 years with them.
And your mom lives here in Hernando County?
She lives in Spring Hill.
Do you have any other family here in Hernando County?
No, I do not.
I'm going to set your bond as to count 1 at $1,000. Set your bond as to count 2 at $1,000. And set your bond as to count 3 at $1,000. And we're going to bring you back to court on April 3rd at 9 a.m. in courtroom B here in the courthouse in Brooksville.
Okay,
All right, thank you, ma'am. Good luck to you.
thank you.
Ms. Prussia? Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
May I please have your date of birth?
0/25/1989.
Thank you so much. I have for you today a violation of probation, and that was a warrant that was signed by Judge Toner. Are you going to be representing yourself, hire a private attorney, or would you like the
Public defender, please.
Yes, ma'am. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. And there's a no bond associated with this warrant. I'm going to keep the no bond. And Madam State, do you by chance have a date for this matter?
I do, March 21st at 1:30.
So we're going to bring you back to court on March 21st at 1:30 p.m. in courtroom E here in the courthouse in Brooksville.
Do I just sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Crawford?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. May I please have your date of birth?
8/12/83.
Yes, sir. I have for you today a violation of probation out of Pasco County. There's probable cause for that violation, so no bond. I'm going to keep the no bond. And if you bond out of our county jail or you resolve your cases here, we'll give Pasco County 5 days to come and get you.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir. Mr. Madrigal? Good afternoon, sir. May I please have your date of birth?
1996.
Thank you so much. I have for you today a failure to appear, and that's pursuant to a KPS that was signed by Judge Hitzman. Are you going to represent yourself, hire a private attorney? Would you like the services of the Office of the Public Defender?
I'll just represent myself.
Okay.
Wrong county?
So the bond associated with the failure to appear is $5,000. So I'm going to keep the $5,000 bond, and they'll see you back in court on March 3rd at 9 a.m. in courtroom B.
April 3rd?
You said March 3rd?
I'm sorry, is this April 3rd, 9 a.m. courtroom B.
Your Honor.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Can I request how did I say? Resolve the case today because I'm out of Broward County and I had to book like a hotel. I turned myself in yesterday to go handle this.
I was just about to relay an offer to the court,
Okay,
Your Honor.
what's the offer?
It'd be an adjudicate and time served with fines and court costs.
So if you'd like to resolve your case today, the offer is an adjudication of guilt. So formally finding you guilty, credit for time served. I'll give you 2 days with 2 days credit. Assess the standard finding court costs to include a cost of prosecution and cost of incarceration. Is that how you'd like to resolve your case today?
Does that mean I get out today or no?
Yes, sir. It means you get out today.
Yes, yeah, I'll do that then. Thank you, Your
Okay,
Honor.
you're welcome. Can I see you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Correct.
And can you please tell me your full name?
Zion Khan Madrigal.
And how old are you, sir?
I'm 28 years old, miss.
And can you read and write and understand the English language?
I'm sorry?
Can you read and write and understand the English language?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you currently under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
No, Your Honor.
You understand that by entering a plea, you're waiving your right to trial by jury, to confront the witnesses against you, and to any further discovery.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're also waiving your right to have an attorney represent you here in court today, as well as your right to have the state prove the case beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand you're giving up those constitutional rights to take care of this case with this plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
And in case 23 CT 2763, to the charge of driving a license canceled, suspended, or revoked, how do you wish to plead in a plea no contest?
Guilty?
I'll accept your guilty plea. I'll find that it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty. sentence you to 2 days in the Hernando County Jail with 2 days credit for time served. Will assess the standard fine include cost to include the cost of prosecution and cost of incarceration. And Madam Clerk, is that $450? And that's $450. If there is nothing else holding you in our county jail, you're free to be released today.
Do I have to pay that right now, or?
You have 2 weeks to set up a payment plan with the clerk.
Okay, I understand, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. If not, the state of Florida will suspend your driver's license again. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good luck to you, sir. Mr. Knight? Good afternoon, sir. May I please have your date of birth?
10/10/78.
Thank you so much. And so, Mr. Knight, in reviewing this matter, I'm going to go ahead and hold you for 24 hours. State, I did read the PC. I was wondering if there was anything about a handcuff key. So,
And Judge, I'll just let you know that back in October, he was evaluated up in Citrus and found to be
I'm going to hold him over until first appearance tomorrow. So, Mr. Knight,
Yep.
I'm going to hold you for 24 hours because I'm looking to get some more information regarding these charges, and then I'll bring you back to first appearance tomorrow so I can determine if there's probable cause and then an appropriate bond for you, okay?
Okay.
So I'll see you tomorrow at first appearance. Mr. Stevens?
Morning,
Good afternoon, sir. May I please have your date of birth?
4160.
Thank you so much. I have for you today a charge of battery. There's probable cause for that charge. You're going to represent yourself by a private attorney, or would you like the services of the Office of the Public Defender?
Public defender?
Yes, sir. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Your Honor, just this year, he had a trespass, possession of paraphernalia, in 2023, possession of paraphernalia, 2022, trespass, no other
God bless you.
history except for a traffic back in 93.
Thank you. And Mr. Stevens, I have an address for you. I don't have an address for you. Do you live here in Hernando County?
I do, basically, yes.
Okay. And how long have you lived here in Hernando County?
I've been down here since 91.
And do you have any family here in Hernando County?
My mom and dad just passed away recently.
And are you currently working, sir?
No.
A condition of your bond is for you to have no contact with Mr. Burnett.
I don't know this Mr. Burnett. Who is he?
The gentleman that this altercation was alleged to have happened with, Mr. Robert Burnett. So if you don't know him, then it would probably be easy for you to abide by the no contact order. But let me explain no contact to you, okay? No contact means no contact of any kind. You may not call, you may not write, you may not email, you may not text message. You may not go where he lives or where he works. You may not contact him through social media or a third party. So any way that you might imagine having contact, I forbid you to do so. Or if you did and the court found out about it, the court can revoke your bond and you can be held without bond until the charge is resolved. And it means no contact even if that person wants the contact. So for example, if you're out and about and that person walks up to you, you should walk the other way. If you pick up the phone and you hear their voice, you should hang up. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'm going to set your bond at $250.
May I say something?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I was accused of throwing rocks at a person, and I had a bag of those
I would-
white corn chips, and I was feeding the birds. I don't understand how I've thrown rocks, you know.
I would encourage you to have that conversation with your attorney,
All right.
okay? And they'll
Yes.
see you back in court on April 4th at 9 a.m. in courtroom B. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jill.